Let's talk about investing, specifically exchange-traded funds. There are numerous ETFs, but I'll focus on the S&P 500, which is a market cap weighted index. I'm going to do it in a way that's a little bit more delicious by comparing it to one of my favorite meals, Nigerian jollof rice. I know at this point you're probably thinking, this guy, how now? But wait, let me cook.
2, 3.
The S&P 500 is a collection of 500 publicly traded companies in the US. They are usually the top players in their industry, and each company plays a role in the index. If you stop being a top company, you can get kicked out and replaced by a different company. To build our S&P 500 ETF, we've got our tomatoes, onions, pepper, garlic, ginger, and every other thing you like to use. We also have rice, the star of our dish. In jollof rice, these main ingredients like rice, tomatoes, and onions are core ingredients, just like some of the biggest companies are core players in the S&P 500 index. Think of the tomatoes and onions as tech giants like Microsoft and Amazon, and rice like Apple and Nvidia. These companies make up a large portion of the index. Together, these items represent the entire pot of companies you're investing in when you buy a share of an S&P 500 ETF. You blend all your items
Except the rice.
and put it in the pot. Let it boil down. Later on, you add your fried pepper mix and other spices like chicken seasoning, curry, bouillon cubes, salt, and thyme. These other ingredients add that extra kick. In our S&P 500 analogy, these are the smaller companies or sectors that aren't as dominant as the tech giants, but they still contribute to the flavor of the index. Think consumer goods, healthcare, and financial companies. Without them, the ETF will be bland. Just like our jollof rice wouldn't be the same without the spices. The stock I'm adding here represents the overall market conditions, like the broader economy and interest rates. It influences how everything cooks together. In the same way, the performance of an ETF is affected by external factors like market trends, inflation, and the general state of the economy. If the stock is too much or too little, your jollof rice may not cook well. Same way with the ETF, the market impacts its performance. At this point, wash and add your rice to the mix, toss in your bay leaves, stir it all together and let it cook. By combining all these ingredients, or in our case, companies, you achieve diversification. You get a well-rounded flavorful dish. The same goes for an ETF. It's diversified because different companies are within its pot. Instead of putting all your money into a company, betting everything on rice, like buying just Google stock, the ETF spreads your investment across different companies and sectors. This diversification helps reduce risk. Just like adding the right blend and spices gives balance to the jollof rice. Just like I've mixed all these ingredients to make one dish, an ETF is created by bundling together all these different stocks. So imagine a chef, or in the finance world, a fund manager gathering all these different companies, buying shares in the right proportion, and creating a pot that investors can buy into. Just like a perfectly cooked pot of jollof rice, the S&P 500 is a well-balanced, easy to digest way of investing in the stock market. Buying a share of an S&P 500 ETF is similar to buying a plate of my delicious jollof rice. You're getting a taste of every ingredient, every company within the index, without having to buy the share of every single company. With the ETF, you get a little bit of everything. And because it's diversified, it's generally less risky than buying the share of any individual company. That's pretty efficient, right? So next time you're thinking about investing or buying a share of an ETF, remember jollof rice. And if anyone tries to explain anything to you, let them know Ozo already explained it to you with the right ingredients. Bye. See you in the next one. If you enjoyed this tasty analogy, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video with your friends, like, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section, would you consider buying ETFs and investing in the stock market?